What's up, my dudes? Valkyrja. And today I want to talk to you about Topaz and the community reception towards her, because we go through this every single time a new character is about to come out. I can't think of a time that we went through this whenever a character wasn't coming out that was basically justified. Every single time it's done this, the character has turned out to be utterly broken. So let's go ahead and let's talk about it. Let's talk about what Topaz and Numby does. And you guys can decide for yourselves based on this. But before, every time I do these, people are like, what do you mean somebody's saying that she's not good? What do you mean da-da-da? So I went and pulled it up. This is a comment from yesterday. This is a comment from yesterday's video. Topaz is the Honkai version of Shinha. She'll be worthless soon. Don't pull. And then I went and I just typed in skip Topaz Star Rail. And this is what pops up. Why free-to-play players should skip Topaz and Numby. Why Topaz and Numby will look terrible on release. So, all I gotta say in response to these things is this.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
So, what do I mean? Basically, what Topaz and Numby does, they're a hunt character that's more a support than an actual hunt character, and they're going to be broken. They are going to be absolutely and utterly broken without any Eidolons and without their light cone. They can still use swordplay, can still abuse swordplay. Swordplay is going to absolutely be a massive boost in damage. However, the way they really work is basically this talent here with the proof of debt. Whenever they will always inflict, using their skill will inflict one enemy a proof of debt, and it will increase the damage they take from follow-up attacks by 50%, meaning it is a straight up 50% damage boost to any person who uses follow attacks on your team, which is probably, you probably have at least one or two characters that does that. It's going to be a massive boost to Clara, massive boost to Jing Yuan, massive boost to Himiko, massive boost to all these characters that use follow-up. So the difference between Shinha, like this person says, and Topaz and Numby is the fact that Topaz and Numby are boosting an in-game mechanic. They are boosting the mechanic entirely. They're not boosting the entire element. If you want a comparable unit to Shinha, it'd be like if a unit came out and said, I only buff up fire. Only fire is good with me. That would be a comparable unit to Shinha, but this is an entire ass mechanic. This is a whole mechanic getting buffed by 50% using Topaz and Numby. And not to mention, whenever you actually have them in a synergistic team, the amount of action forward you are getting through this character, the amount of actions Numby is going to be able to take is going to be mind-boggling. Numby is just going to go and go and go, and it's going to be broken. Are you going to see Topaz and Numby hit giant PP numbers? No, they're not going to. They're not going to be hitting these 200Ks, 300Ks that you see Jinglu hitting. That's not going to happen. What they're going to do is they're going to hit very fast, hit very often, and just keep pumping out damage while buffing up the rest of your team as well. Now, if you get their light cone, it's even more so. Their light cone buffs up your damage, or buffs up your team's damage even more on the enemy targeted by proof of debt. They are meant to assassinate single targets extremely quickly. That is what their primary function is if you read their kit. They are meant to just run stuff down and buff the hell out of your team. It's just going to be pretty wacky to watch exactly what people can do with this character, and I think she's definitely a character to look out for, but saying you should skip her, or she's going to look terrible, or she's Shinha, it's just not true in my opinion. I think she's going to be very strong. It's just for a very specific mechanic in the game. Very similar to Kafka. Right now, Kafka is really the only Giga broken DOT character in the game, and she still shines. She is still very strong. Hoyo have yet to drop a bad 5-star. Why would they start now? I swear I have to do this like literally every single time a new character's coming out, because people, for some reason, keep downplaying how good Star Rail characters are, and it keeps blowing my mind. Every single time a new character comes out, I gotta make one of these videos going, guys, listen, I know everyone's saying she's gonna be bad, but I promise she's gonna be good. Like, come on, how many times am I gonna do this before people start realizing, hey, look, all these characters are broken, every last one of them, they're all good. There's some way, some facet, some way of playing them to make them good. I promise you Topaz and Numby is going to be just as broken as the rest. Maybe not topping the damage charts because that's not what she's really intended to do. She's meant to buff up your team's damage by 50% right here with follow-up attacks, but the fact she buffs a whole mechanic is just massive. She literally brings a simulated universalation buff all the way to your team outside of Simu. It's wacky amounts of damage that she can help your team pop out. I could see Claris hitting for like 100k using her. I could see wacky stuff going on. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. That's all I want to talk about. I want to talk about all this fear-mongering and stuff that's going on. Once again, that Topaz is going to be useless and all that stuff. I just don't believe it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.